So I wanted to look at linking CiviCRM to Redcap at a fairly basic level. And I was also intrigued about linking Redcap to IT-Beta as well, but there seems to be another project that's already done that, so I think that's something to look into at a later date. I've actually done two projects. I've done a linking CiviCRM to Redcap, and I've also, I'll tell you about the second project later. So conceptually this is a fairly straightforward thing. I wanted to be able to create a contact in CiviCRM, and I wanted to basically create a new consent level. So that was, and the consent level will be linked to transfer to Redcap. So it would work in the same way as the other integrations. So you see the brisket ID down there, and so what I was able to do is created these consent level here, and a new transfer that was triggered by that consent level, and that's a transfer to Redcap. And so I then wrote a Redcap integration which passed the brisket ID along with some other fields into a specific brisket data collection object in Redcap. So you see here, it's James Bond here. And it's the same ID, and name and date of birth has also been passed through. So that's worked at that level. So that's complete, really. But the second project is a simple CiviCRM study creator. So at the moment, currently, to create a study type in Civi, you have to create an XML file. And so you have to have access to the file system in order to do that. So what I did is I created a simple Drupal plugin that allows you to specify the study name, choose the consents that you want to have in your XML file, and also I want to be able to extend it with additional information. So for instance, Redcap, you need a token to have something linked to a study, and you could also have potentially a CA tissue study linked to a study as well. So that part of the functionality isn't written yet, but I put it in because I could see that it was going to be useful in the future. And what this does is it takes the study, the consent information, and generates an XML file. And here you see James Bond has now been added to the viral study. And the two consent levels are also present. Okay. So that's working locally. There's a few problems getting it working on the Hacks server, but so I've managed to do that only locally. But yeah.
Great, thank you.